right, Erin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How many years in the business?
I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, and I've been in the business for, there's a lot of us here. I've been in the business for 9 years.
9 years in the business. And you've been through team and brokerage building, systems of real estate, sales rocket twice, live prospecting event, prospecting boot camp, and 76 hard. And according to the numbers that we pulled, 71 million in volume in 2024 for 161 units. This year, you're at 77 units, 35 million in volume so far, which puts you on pace for 185 units based on your active pending and sold 90 million in sales volume. Will that be your best year ever?
It sure will.
It sure will be. I love that. And why is this your best year ever?
I think because we never taken our foot off the gas.
So what does that mean?
Well, I think in during COVID, things were so easy. Mm-hmm. I mean, frankly, we just honestly, anybody with a pulse could sell a house. Mm-hmm. Buyer, seller, it didn't really matter, and we still continued to build our skills and plug in and really focus in on systems. And we actually didn't even grow as a team at that time because we were so focused on building our own skills. And so I think now in this new market, we don't have to change a thing.
Yeah.
We have our head down and focused, and we're very, very driven.
Yeah. This is the second time you've been on this stage. And when I think about how you've progressed through the years, and the one thing that we talked about on the phone is you really shifted from a personality-based business to a sales-based business. Can you talk about that? Because that is something that a lot of real estate agents have success with. They have personality-based businesses that very much rely on their pleasing, passionate, exciting personality.
Yeah.
But then everything rises and falls based on their personality and how they're feeling for that day and so forth. Yeah. So you've shifted away from that because you've got a great personality, so that didn't go away, but you shifted to a sales-based business. So talk to us about that thought process.
It was really digging in more on the skills side. Mm-hmm. I relied a lot on my personality and my background in different jobs. I've had a million different careers in my life, and so I relied a lot on my personality and didn't focus on script and role play at all. Just kind of, was figuring it out. Things were just happening. It was fine. And that's when I realized, honestly, I think, again, it was the COVID market that made me go, there's no way this is going to last, right? Mm-hmm. And so I better get really, really skilled.
Yep. Because
this is not going to last. And so we really started pouring into, and actually, it was when, I started attending Glover U events that I thought, oh, man, I don't have any skills.
Yeah.
I'm just good at talking.
Yeah.
Frankly. Yeah.
Because you've been to a lot of real estate conferences.
I go to a lot of real estate conferences.
Yeah. And so that's when, coming here obviously helped you realize that the skills is what you were missing.
Yeah, 100%. And I was scared for my team, honestly, and the agents that I work with, and agents even in our brokerage, that also did not have skills.
Yeah.
And so I really, really wanted to focus in on bringing that back. And now, to say that I see the importance of that is putting it mildly.
So talk to us a little bit about skills. How do you get skills?
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah. So a lot of it stems from script and role play, obviously. So we have a daily script and role play every single day, 8 a.m., without fail. Yeah. I'm not always on it. Sometimes I let some of our agents run it, but I think the number one thing we need to do is really learn these scripts because they ebb and flow across the board. A expired script, I actually use pieces and parts in a listing presentation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's where I'm building my skills is I'm able to take so many different pieces and parts and layer them in across the business. But it makes making phone calls, outbound prospecting easier, which I hate to do. As a personality-based, business owner, I absolutely hate cold calling. I'd rather talk belly to belly to somebody. I think I can win you over every day, but the skills I'm learning is changing that.
Yep, smart. You said to me over the phone that this will be your best year ever because of your team's contacts. Yeah. So what do you mean by contacts? Is that contacts per day, per month, per week? What do you mean by
Yeah,
contact?
It's absolutely insane to me that people don't track their contacts, I'll be honest with you. And that is one thing I've always done. That was kind of the idea when I got into the business, just because we actually did that in other industries I was in, And so we're really, really focused this year on everybody tracking their contacts and how many contacts they need. So the idea for us that 15 contacts a day was going to went out the window real fast last year. And there is no way we're going to get away or hit our goal if we just, hang out there at 15, because it's not going to happen. We'd probably have the same thing we had last year, probably even less, to be honest with you.
You can hang out around 15 contacts a day if you've been doing it for 10 or 15 years and have repeat and referral business week after week, month after month. But you need to probably be in the 20s per day if you want to sell 50 plus homes per year.
Yeah, and I have big goals. So, I mean, it's going to take me a long time to get there, and I'm willing to sacrifice to get there. And to be frank with you, I don't know how you think you're going to end up at a closing table unless you are talking to people.
Sure.
And so that's kind of the mindset shift we had to have as a group. And myself personally was like, hey, you've got to get really specific on what contacts look like all day and every day, and you need to know what to say to them.
Yep. I want to shift gears and talk about your source of business. The one that stands out to me, and this is my first observation of you and your business before I even really knew you, was your level of agent-to-agent referrals. And I know, you put on like masterminds. You do all kinds of stuff to get agent-to-agent referrals. So can you talk to us about, first of all, how many units a year do you think you'll get from agent-to-agent referrals?
Oh, this year we'll probably do 60.
60 units from agent-to-agent referrals.
Yeah, I will caution you, the cost of sale on that is high.
Yeah.
So,
because referral fee.
Yeah, because of a referral fee. Yeah, absolutely. So you better be able to hold on to that for later resale, things like that.
Right, future business, right?
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into it.
You can't just look at that closing and the ROI in that one closing. You have to think of that. You guys have heard me teach before with online leads. You have to multiply the commission by 3, because really if you're going to get future business from them, then now it justifies that expense. So how do you get so many agent-to-agent referrals? What is your secret there?
So that was my very first real estate transaction, was an agent-to-agent referral, which was kind of insane looking back on it, that somebody is like, hey, you've never done anything before, go ahead and I'm going to refer this. I think it was a $600,000 house in 2017. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, realistically, I had no money. I had $80 in the bank. Mm-hmm. I did not have advertising dollars. I was a dual career agent, so time was limited. So even sweat equity was a little bit hard. I was a single parent. And so there was a really easy way to connect with people over the phone and through the internet and on Facebook and other agents in the area. And I thought, well, hey, this seems easy and it's free. Yeah. And so that's how I started it. It's really grown from there, for sure.
So how I might look at an expired or FSBO list, you look at an agent list.
That's 100% right. Yeah. I actually do study markets, feeder markets that we have a very transient market.
Hold on a second. So you look at what markets are moving into your market.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's a big nugget for those that want to do more.
Yeah, and there's easy maps you can look at for that. It's not difficult.
If you throw that into ChatGPT, 100%. Google, whatever. Yeah. Who's moving into our market, it'll tell you the top 5 cities, the top 10 cities. And so you intentionally solicited agents in those markets?
Yeah, 100% did solicit agents in those markets. I also attended events, right? So I came to, a conference specifically 100% with a goal in mind, and that goal was to leave with business because I had to borrow money to get to that conference, so I had to pay it back. Yep. And I ended up leaving that conference with a heck of a lot of referral business. And I think our ROI on that was $30,000, I think, on the first event I went to. I didn't have any money. Yeah. So
when you're in a room like this, your intention is to gather information that you can implement ideas into your business and get as many connections as possible with agents from all over the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, we have a really, I get a lot of praise. Quite a few of you in this room get our weekly or bi-weekly agent-to-agent newsletter. Yep. And a lot of you reply to me, which I love. Thank you for that. Yep. But we're just sharing out what we're doing, right? Like, that's it.
So you took the agent-to-agent referral system, and essentially you share information to real estate agents to help them list and sell more homes.
That's it. If we do something cool, we're going to share it with you. I'm going to give you every piece in a playbook attached to it because I want you to have it.
You'll probably use your notes from this and share and add that to your content.
Yeah, I always do.
Because that's how you add value to real estate agents. Just give them things that'll help them sell more homes.
Well, I don't just want to take the referral too. Like if I want to stay in relationship with my client database, what would be the opposite side? So a lot of my contacts in the 30 contacts today are actually agents.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that when I think about the events, you also host events outside of the events.
Yeah.
So like for instance, I know tomorrow you're doing something to raise money for Glover's Heroes. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And I would imagine one of your wins in there is all the connections that you're going to make at that event.
Well, I also felt like we were coming into local communities as agents, and sometimes me included, we can be a little silly and things like that. So I was like, all right, well, what can we also do to give back? But it is a win, too, for me to have more time to connect in an environment that I control, right? Or we control. I always have partners with me. But, you know, we go to, there's a large event every year that we will throw 4 or 5 masterminds in a room throughout the day with a bunch of different agents. And not only am I getting so much value from what agents are sharing, but I'm also trying to pour back by giving them the opportunity to hear that same thing.
Yeah, I love that. We already heard this is going to be your best year ever. What is the number one thing that you're utilizing of our system in your business, or the one thing you've gotten out of one-on-one coaching?
Yeah, I have to say, my one-on-one coaching with Kathy has been life-changing for me. Her approach.
Why is that?
Kathy asks questions and digs deeper, and oftentimes she'll ask the question, and I'll give myself that self-reflection. You're like, oh, I see what I was doing wrong or not doing, or things like that. It's been a huge game changer for us. It's not only a game changer for me personally, the change it's made in me as a leader, to my team, and also to, I hope, what I can bring back into our real estate market as an agent to other agents has been a big change, and it's been drastic. The change since I've been involved with Glover U has been massively different, if you've seen that.
Well, it's been fun to watch you grow both personally and professionally.
Thank you.
Let's hear for Erin Ward.